The Phoenix Suns sent shockwaves through the NBA. They pulled off a blockbuster trade for Kevin Durant. The Durant trade was the biggest in what was an insane few days of activity ahead of the NBA trade deadline. Durant's former Nets teammate Kyrie Irving moved to the Dallas Mavericks after his abrupt trade request. And now Durant joins a Suns team with aspirations of a deep playoff run this season. The trade had NBA Twitter in a frenzy. But fans aren't the only ones vocal. Many NBA stars, past and present, are making their voices heard regarding this trade. The Western Conference is now absolutely stacked with Kevin Durant joining the Suns. Today's video will be NBA players reacting to the Kevin Durant trade. The person to blame for Kevin Durant being traded from the Brooklyn Nets to the Phoenix Suns has nothing to do with either franchise. According to New Orleans Pelicans guard CJ McCollum, Ja Morant is the reason KD was shipped off to Phoenix. The reason McCollum is pointing the finger at Morant is based on a rather bold statement the Memphis Grizzlies superstar made earlier this season. Ahead of the Grizzlies' Christmas Day game against the Golden State Warriors, Morant sat down for an interview, and for some reason thought it was a good idea to say,
"I'm fine in the West,"
signaling that he doesn't see any real threat in the Western Conference. Now with Durant in the Western Conference, teaming up with Chris Paul and Devin Booker, it's safe to say there's a legitimate threat to the Grizzlies and everyone else in the conference. This all because @Ja Morant said he was good in the West. Before that, he also tweeted, "Can't even go to sleep early anymore this time of year." Even if you're a Grizzlies fan, that's a pretty funny troll from McCollum. There's no way Morant feels as comfortable as he did with Durant and Phoenix. Of course, CJ McCollum is trying to troll Ja Morant here. But to be fair, it will be interesting to see how the Grizzlies youngster will react to the increased competition out west. He'll likely give another confident answer. But then again, Morant and the Grizzlies will have to walk the talk now. Memphis is currently second in the conference while the Suns are fifth, albeit just 4 games behind them. With Irving being traded to the Mavericks, and now KD on his way to Phoenix, all members of that once talented KD, Harden, Irving trio are gone. Leave it to the fun-loving Robin Lopez to come up with a perfect Muppets-based simile for the situation. This is just like that time in Muppets Take Manhattan, when the Muppets, after successfully attempting to take Manhattan, split up and leave Manhattan. Without the Muppets in Brooklyn, the Nets have a deep, intriguing, if starless roster that features rising star players such as Cam Thomas, Mikal Bridges, and Nick Claxton, as well as potential trade pieces like Royce O'Neal, Jay Crowder, Seth Curry, and Joe Harris, as they now look to jumpstart another rebuild. And maybe grab a tissue box before visiting Mikal Bridges' Twitter page after the forward was part of the Suns trade package for Kevin Durant. Bridges will now wear a Nets jersey as a part of the blockbuster deal that sent him to Brooklyn. And the 26-year-old took to Twitter to express his shock. "Oh my god, LOL." He tweeted following the reported trade. Even more heartbreaking may be Bridges' pinned tweet. The Suns tweeted in August 2020 that they just so happened to be a fan of the 10th pick, a nod at the slot Bridges was selected in during the 2018 draft. Bridges retweeted Phoenix's tweet and wrote, "I don't ever want to leave," with a red heart. Ouch! It seems like Cleveland Cavaliers guard Donovan Mitchell was just as surprised as the rest of us when he saw the trade. "WTF did I just wake up to?" Donovan Mitchell wrote in a Thursday tweet. Meanwhile, Patrick Beverley was locked in on the newsbreaker wars. "I see Woj been in the gym. He giving Shams trouble this year." Just for Shams to announce Beverley being traded to the Orlando Magic later in the day. It doesn't get better than this. The Athletic senior lead NBA insider Shams Charania broke the news of the Kevin Durant trade at 1:06 a.m. on a Thursday, adding forward Jay Crowder would be included in the trade just a few minutes later. Crowder reacted to being traded to the Milwaukee Bucks at the NBA trade deadline in a Thursday tweet. "Cut off my finger to save my hand. 99 back again," Crowder wrote. Crowder was originally included in the trade that shipped forwards Kevin Durant and TJ Warren, but was later traded to the Bucks for 5 second-round picks on Thursday's NBA trade deadline. Jay Crowder averaged 9.4 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 1.9 assists per game in the 67 games played for the Suns in the 2021-22 season. The 32-year-old forward did not see the floor for Phoenix this year after a disagreement between him and the Suns organization led him to choosing to sit out since the start of training camp. The trade news broke out that late Wednesday evening, right when Kyrie Irving was participating in the post-game press conference after his first game as a Maverick. Asked to share his thoughts about the KD trade, the guard provided a lengthy answer.
I'm just praying for his happiness and praying for his well-being. We had a lot of conversations throughout the year of, what our futures were going to look like. There was still a level of uncertainty, but we just cared about seeing each other be places that we can thrive.
Kyrie said. Irving and Durant will now play in the Western Conference against one another. This will be Kyrie's first time not playing in the Eastern Conference, while KD spent the vast majority of his career in the West.
His business changes so quickly. He's getting a little bit older. I'm getting a little bit older. I just love the competition now that we can be in the same conference, and I welcome all that. Get to see him a little bit more, probably playing against Phoenix a lot more, and that's what I'm looking for. I just am glad that he got out of there.
Later on, Irving revealed that both he and Durant were thinking about moving on from the Nets organization long before the actual trades happened.
We got to move forward, but I'm happy that I could look back on that journey and reflect and say I learned a lot of things from those guys and my teammates in Brooklyn and just my journey throughout this.
The star guard concluded. Irving scored 24 points on 9 for 17 shooting in his Mavericks debut, grabbing 4 rebounds and dishing out 5 assists in a winning effort against the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, this trade makes the Suns instant title contenders in a wide-open Western Conference, which bodes well for a Phoenix Suns team that is just coming off of their best regular season record a year ago and a trip to the NBA Finals just 2 years ago. On ESPN, TV analyst Stephen A. Smith jumped on the KJM podcast to discuss the Kevin Durant trade to Phoenix.
Well, Phoenix don't have any excuses, I can tell you that. I mean, you got Kevin Durant with Kevin Booker, with DeAndre Ayton and Chris Paul. I definitely think that could put you in a position where the expectation would be championship or bust. I don't think there's any way to look at that. I also think that, once again, you got Kevin Durant going to a squad that he makes them completely loaded. I don't think that he completely shifts the balance of power now the way that he did when he arrived in Golden State. There was no reason
It's easily now championship or bust, as Stephen A. Smith said now that Kevin Durant has arrived in Phoenix. They're going to have to get past a Nuggets team that holds the best record in the West, a Mavericks team that just traded for Kyrie Irving to pair with Luka Doncic. Not to even mention the Memphis Grizzlies and defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors are also in the race for the NBA title crown. With Durant, the Suns look much more formidable. Time will tell if they're able to meet the heightened expectations that come with a move such as this. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know what you think on this trade. And can Durant lead the Suns to a championship? Feel free to discuss it in the comments below. And make sure to drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing NBA content. Thanks for watching.